Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Essence Reflections Tarot. My name is Krista, and this is your reading for the week of June 24th to 30th, 2019. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when your next reading comes out. And keep in mind that this is a general reading. It may not resonate. All of it may not resonate for you. If you would like to have your own personalized reading, you can go to my website. The link for it is in the description box below, and I can get started on your own reading. In the meantime, this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And in the physical, we have the Two of Swords. In the emotional, Judgment. In the mental, the Sun. And in the spiritual, the Eight of Swords in reverse. So it looks like there is a great opportunity for freedom in the offing for you this week. The major shifts are mental and emotional. You're really coming into your own and really grappling with that question of who am I really, and what parts of myself that have maybe gone dormant over the years, and that maybe through this process of transformation have had to go underground and to really sink into that death and rebirth cycle. Which of those things am I wanting to call back to life now? Which of those things, those parts of myself that I've disowned, do I want to call back to life and to breathe life into and to really step into, so that I can move forward and be the person that I really feel that I'm called to be in this world. And this may be very much a sense of what you're feeling right now. It may not be so much in terms of mental clarity at this point. It looks like emotionally you're a step ahead of where things are mentally, and it's going to take a little bit for you to really feel into what's happening for you emotionally before you can really have the mental clarity and the understanding, the full understanding of what's happening. Because it looks like you're really, the connection to your inner child is a big one. That this calling back to life and calling back into your life now really does involve your inner child. And maybe that's been something that you have been very detached from and very much unwilling to allow yourself to understand and to connect to. But as things have changed and progressed for you, you're starting to really see, or you are going to really start to see, where that could bring you strength and where that could really bring a sense of fulfillment and stability for you and beauty, and really bring back the sense of the wonder and the mystery of life, which it feels like has been missing for you for quite some time. It does look like your patterns of thinking, as they're changing, are bringing you a lot of spiritual freedom. And places where you felt that you were stuck before, you're no longer as stuck in your patterns of thinking, and you're able to have a more of an open mind and more of a flexibility in terms of how you connect to your spirituality and how you connect to yourself. And this is kind of a new thing. It's not so much worked its way down to the physical for you yet. You still feel very much in a protectionist mode physically, like you need to really protect your heart and continue to keep yourself in the dark on some things. And as things change for you mentally, it's going to open your eyes to what's available to you physically, because it will allow you physical freedom that you didn't think was possible and that you weren't even willing to hear about in the past. And maybe even up to this point you still are not willing to see it or willing to hear about it. But perhaps at this point you could allow yourself to be open to a change. You don't have to be completely open to everything, but just allowing that things might be different for you now than they were in the past, and you don't need to explain that or go into the whys and the whereofs and the wherefores and all of that, but just understand that you can be in a different place now than you were before, and that's okay, and it can continue to blossom and to grow, and you are allowed to change. You are allowed to have the flexibility of being a different person than you were and becoming more of who you truly are. That's really the process that's happening here. This is a process of you becoming who you were meant to be. We're not meant to stay the same and to stay stuck and static our entire lives. We are very dynamic, and we are very much beings who need to change and who need to evolve as our lives go on. And that's where our beauty and our strength comes from, as we learn from old ways of being and old situations and things that we go through. We're meant to learn from them and to adjust and to flow. And this is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for you, and it's wonderful to see you starting to embrace some of these changes and to allow yourself to realize that it's not too late for you. It's never, ever too late. As long as we're still breathing, there is always hope for us. And as long as we are still breathing, life has amazing things in store for us as well. And I'm not talking it's all going to be glowy and beautiful from here on. That's just not how things are. But there is some beauty and some wonder and some awe that's still available to you. It doesn't need to be all been there, done that in your life. There can be some things that surprise you still. And so allowing yourself to be open towards that. And it definitely is a shift in thinking that needs to happen, and also maybe a shift in the way that you communicate how you're feeling and what you're thinking, and allowing yourself to communicate those things that you didn't communicate before. There's a huge freedom in using your voice and in saying what's true for you, and you don't have to go into long explanations or justifications at all. How you feel is how you feel, and that's the end of it. And it may cause shifts for the people around you, but they may not be used to hearing these sorts of things from you, and that's okay. They do also have the opportunity to learn and to grow, and watching this shift happen for you could bring healing for them as well, because as we heal, others heal as well. So it's really beautiful to see this opening up for you, Sagittarius. I really appreciate you being here and watching. I hope that this has resonated for you, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye.